What's going on, guys? Jasper from Grab Digital here. Today I have for you 7 abandoned cart emails that I'd like to review to give you some inspiration, give you an idea of what a good and a not so good abandoned cart email looks like. But regardless, all of these abandoned cart emails are better than if you had no abandoned cart emails at all. The purpose of this video is to give you an idea of what you can implement for your business, give you some inspiration, maybe just give you some ideas to try them out for yourself. Now I'm going to start with the most simplistic, basic email with probably arguably less good copy and design, as you can see on the screen right here, and I'm going to end with the most sophisticated, creative, innovative email that you can try for yourself. And these emails might not all be done in Klaviyo or MailChimp, but what's important is that you can find your own balance of design and writing and apply it to your own business. And this abandoned cart email, to begin with, is one of the most highest performing emails that you can implement for your business. Typically, it's the second highest performing after the welcome email, if not the first. So it's crucial that you set up at least one of these emails for your business. So I'm going to jump right into it. Let's get started with this one. Right on the screen, we can see Huckberry. So we can see here that the bolded heads up is popping out right at us. That's a great header, catches your attention, and you can see the copy here says, our sales and inventory are often limited. We can't guarantee that the products left in your cart will still be available when you decide to pull the trigger. Now, this is a good sentence here, but it preys purely on urgency. And if you are not absolutely interested in this item and you know that there could be more that this company has to offer, they're offering briefs in this case, which there might be a lot more of, then you probably would not be inclined to buy it. I would suggest something a little bit more personalized, something more directed to the actual product itself, and having a larger image and maybe making the price a little bit smaller underneath the image or something like that. Essentially, it just seems very impersonal and just saying, hey, we're moving inventory, we're running out, so you should get this now. It has nothing to do with the customer, nothing to do with the actual item and the qualities of the item. It's just that they're running out of inventory. So I would only agree with this sort of approach if you have a very unique item such as art or some specific unique product that you're selling only like 1 to 100 of and it's limited supply. I do agree that having some level of urgency is good in your abandoned cart email. But so the second email we have here is Ugmonk's personalized email. As you can see, this is directed to the consumer. Hi, Matthew, whoever that recipient is. And you can see that the email closing is from the owner and designer. So this is a very personalized approach. And in the email, the owner talks about how he loves his products, he's passionate about the design, the products he makes, and he's sure that you will love it too. So he's really highly valuing the product and he's conveying that to you, and it's great. It instills a sense of confidence in you knowing that the product is good. And you can do this easily for your business. The effort is incredibly low. And you just simply have to write a good, clean email with some nice copy, and it will perform. I guarantee that it will perform decently well. Now, the problem I have with this and why I ranked it lower is because there is a lot of text, and not everyone is interested in reading this text. At least I don't know how the performance is, but if I were him, I would definitely A/B test this with a design email. Considering that Ugmonk's products, they're incredibly well designed. You can see here that the products is a minimalist design. They could at least put a simple picture of the tea. I don't know if the software allows them to put it in that email specifically, but I do know that since he's a designer, he would be able to at least put some nice designed pictures of the item that the person was almost done checking out inside the email. It would allow them to click the picture, and it just immediately captures your eye. There's no headline, it's just a very personalized approach. Now, the second thing is that it repeats the exact same thing. I would at least change the call to action here. Feel free to finish checking out your purchases. Finish checking out your purchases here. It's kind of monotonous and it doesn't feel creative. It's just a simple personalized email, which can be good. And I'm equivocating here, but there could be a little bit more effort here in this email, considering how high of a priority it is to collect revenue. Okay, the next email we have here is from Beard Brand. It says, hey, Smiles Davis, this is the recipient. This is just a quick courtesy email. to remind you about your cart, which will expire soon. Click below to let us transport you back to where you left off. Now this is a nice approach. It's a very generic approach. This looks almost like the default text you'd find in any email marketing provider, email service provider. And the picture here is of the product, and I put it not at the very bottom because it is decently designed. It's just a very clean, simple white space email that directs the recipient to the actual contents of the email, and the buttons are extremely large, the product picture is large, and you can see the 1x tea tree utility ball. This is the one product that they purchase, and I'm sure that it would fill it out as a longer email if they had more products. But considering that they only had one product, this stands out strongly, and the call to action, reclaim my cart, with a little cart icon that is begging to be clicked. And so I put this relatively low because it's so generic. It doesn't have any personalization aside from the name, and it has a nice picture, but at the same time it's not the very best because it doesn't really employ any creativity or innovation, and that can seem pretty lame to the user if they receive emails like this all the time. So I give it a 3.5, 4 out of 10. Next, we have Nomad. Nomad, I don't know this company, but I'm guessing they have something to do with traveling products. So this stuck out to me more than the previous email, specifically because the question here, what happened? It's like, what the heck happened? I have no idea. Did your Wi-Fi crash? Okay, what is this about? Fret not, we saved that shiny Nomad product you were ogling. So the language here is creative, quirky. It's a little bit more personalized as to the user's experience. What happened to them? Why did they leave in the middle of it? It wasn't just that they simply forgot or they're trying to sell their product. They're saying, you know, you left for some reason. Was it because of this common problem that many people experience, which is Wi-Fi crashing, or was it something else? I don't know. Regardless, here's your product, and the minimal white space without the product name, the product price, or anything around it. I actually think that's pretty clever, because the person who put it in their cart would clearly recognize it. When people shop and they put something in their cart, they make a decision to actively remember and continue with that item. And so seeing this item here in all its glory, with all this white space and this giant checkout button, they can just think, wow, okay, I'm gonna continue this checkout, and I'm gonna take this right now. It's a nice feeling. It's clean and it's simple, and it doesn't really ask for anything else other than for you to check it out. And the reason why I like this is because, of course, there's the branding approach with a nice text and its white space and its cleanliness. But I also like it because of the little bit of creativity that they try to urge the user without directly pushing. It just says, you're ogling at this item. I know you like this. So the next one we have here is from Colombia. Now, I give it a very low score for design, but I'm going to also put it kind of in line with that Nomad email that we just saw. We know that Colombia is a big brand, but the reason why I put this one up here is because we normally don't hear just this sort of giant headline from a brand like this. You're like, what the heck happened? Great news. What could possibly be the great news? Well, everyone likes to know that the items that they were specifically looking at went on sale. And this is an incredibly clever way to let the user know that the product will be discounted for them specifically. People want this item. So if you wanted this little long sleeve shirt, and you get an email saying that specific long sleeve shirt, the price went down, and you can reveal the new price by clicking a simple button, that is just super incentivized, and you have no reason not to click it unless you're absolutely not interested in the item. Now, the converse to this would be to simply put a discount that just says your flannel shirt, the long sleeve shirt that you're just looking at, is discounted by 15%. That gets rid of all of the curiosity that you could possibly have, that you no longer are surprised about anything. It's just simply another 15% discount that you hear about all the time, whatever that might be. So what we see here is preying on the human's curiosity and also the joy of seeing something that was personal and particular to them the price went down. So not only is it personalized, it has a nice headline, it has a picture product, it also has a nice strong call to action that is in line with the rest of the copy. That's what I see in it. Now the rest of the design here, you can check these out. These are of similar nature, similar products, and of course the bottom of the email has their generic stuff that they probably put in, like these are like seasonal deals or whatever it might be. That's not of my concern, but just the content here is pretty nice. Next, we have Adidas. Now these are in the top tier emails. Now, similar to the other one, which was the Nomad, what happened? Did your Wi-Fi crash? A similar thing happened here. Is your Wi-Fi okay? Maybe your browser crashed. So same idea. It's also quirky. I like it. But what I specifically like about this is that the product picture is at the top of the email here. The person who was purchasing was most definitely looking at this item. And that first is the familiarity that the user has with the item, so they're immediately perked up with their attention. Second is the enormously bold headline, and then they wonder, what is this about? You know, my Wi-Fi, what does that have to do with shoes? I'm shopping from Adidas, that has nothing to do with my Wi-Fi. Regardless, we can see that the call to action is still on the same page, so the user doesn't have to scroll down. Probably even on mobile, I'm guessing that these buttons will still appear just at the bottom of the screen when they click on this email. So it's one nice little package with a little bit of white space on the outside, and it just looks clean, and the spacing between the headline and the body text and the buttons and on the side of the buttons here, it's all pretty even. And even from the shoe to the bottom of the page, like all of this space is nice and it looks cohesive. It looks like there's no effort put into this email at all. It just looks like a simple question with a nice image. And then if you want to shop now, you can. But then most people, they might just continue scrolling down. Now here's the real killer. We have pictures of people trying the different colors of this shoe. Specifically, they have the 5-star reviews, and these are reviews by random people. You can see that these are literally random reviews. Now, the strange thing here is that this is rated 4 stars. Okay, timeless classic, but it's rated 4 stars. I mean, you can already guess where I'm going with this, which is it's portraying a level of honesty and straightforwardness. These are from actual users. People tried these shoes on and have pictures of themselves wearing it, and that's it. They like the shoe, and you know, maybe it didn't get 5 stars for some reason, but at least we're honest about it. It's a great shoe and they like it. So go ahead and shop now, and this is going to get you where you want to go. And this product is also extremely personalized to the user. Lastly, we have this one from Dollar Shave Club. We've all seen this company before. Maybe we haven't seen their emails, but you can see the immediate bolded headline. We guarantee that you'll love us. And before I even read any of this text, my eyes are drawn to this nice cardboard box. It's simplistic, it's nice to look at. It looks like a prepackaged set. So the brand, as we know, is already based around price, so we're not super concerned with the cardboard packaging, but it's open. You get an idea of what it's like to look inside the box. The product is already there in front of you, in front of your eyes, and you have just opened it as if it had been shipped to you. But then you're thinking, oh wait, I actually didn't receive this product. It's not actually at my house. And I think there's a bit of psychology here where you are envisioning the product as if you had already opened it, but it's not there with you yet. So then after looking at this picture, then my eyes just kind of go back up to this and I see, okay, well, why would we love you? Well, you have free shipping. Okay, that's pretty cool, and it's such a cheap product. Satisfaction guarantee, that's extremely important. And of course, it's pretty quick, and you can get razors every single month. Now, all of these are great checkpoints that eliminate each of the user's buyer scare and the remorse and whatever that would drive them away. And the call to action button right here is really relatively straightforward, simple, and it sticks out, which is nice. And if you scroll to the bottom, you can see another personalized, straightforward message. It seems like it's from another human. You were so close to trying the club. You should go through with it. We deliver amazing razors for a few bucks a month. No membership fees, no nonsense. It kind of repeats what it says earlier. If you're not 100% happy, we'll refund your money. What do you have to lose? And that's a great question. Well, let's learn more. What we might have to lose or might not have to lose. Either way, This email is cohesive, it's simple, straightforward, and it's powerful. And I would suggest that if you could put something in for your brand like this, then do it. By all means, put a product image like this, unless that the product you have is something that is surprising to the user. But I think it's a great idea to have a bolded headline once again, and to eliminate those buyer worries that they encounter when they're shopping. And of course, the product image is enormous, and the whole email is basically revolving around that. And before they even scroll down, kind of like the Adidas email, the product here, along with the call to action and these checkpoints, are all going to be on your screen if you're on mobile or on desktop. So here are the 7 emails. I hope that was somewhat inspirational, give you a little bit of guidance on what you can do for your own emails. Of course, we are an email marketing agency. I run one, and if you have any questions about abandoned cart emails, you can let me know down in the comments below. I'm happy to talk about emails all day long, because I help lots of clients with e-commerce businesses just like yours figure out exactly how they can increase their revenue through email marketing. So if you have any questions, let me know. And once again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys next week.